One of the successes that President Trump typically lists for his first year in office is the confirmation of Neil Gorsuch to the U.S. Supreme Court. But what about those lower courts? How do his judicial nominees stack up against his predecessors? Well, it wouldn't be New Year without Steve Rattner in his chart. He's going to chart that for us this morning, which I guess proves you can chart just about anything, Steve.
Not quite anything, but we're going to chart this anyway.
I'm sure you could.
Well, we'll try. So, look, I put successes in a little bit of quotes, but underneath North Korea and the tax bill and all the stuff that's gotten the attention, he has had amazing success and very carefully calculated success on nominating judges. So if you look at the three levels of judges, as you mentioned, on the Supreme Court level, he and President Obama each have gotten one judge appointed. Sorry, my little pen here isn't working. There we go. I've each gotten one judge appointed. But when you drop down below that to the appeals court, the numbers are even more striking. He has nominated 19 to the Court of Appeals and gotten 12 approved, whereas Obama had nominated 15 and gotten only 3 approved at this point in the cycle. Now, some people would say, well, that's because the Republicans control the Senate and only needs 50 votes, but Obama had 60 votes at this point in time during his administration and yet couldn't get as many confirmed. On the district court level, Trump has nominated 55 and gotten 6 approved, and on the Obama side, 9 out of 20. So he hasn't gotten quite as many approved on the district court level, but he's nominated a whole slew of them, and they are in the queue. And what's also interesting to look at is the makeup of these judges, because they're far less diverse than they were under previous presidents. 91% of Trump's nominees are white, and that is the highest percentage, except for Reagan, of all the presidents over this period of time. And 81% of them are male, which is ahead of what larger number than what Bush II, Clinton, and Obama also appointed. They are also, if we look at the last chart, they are also a good bit younger than previous nominees. They average a little bit over 50 years old. You can see that Obama, George Bush, and Clinton all had older ones, the earlier presidents in roughly the same range. And this is also part of a very deliberate, calculated strategy to have them serve for a long time. And he has the opportunity to make really major changes in these courts. At the Court of Appeals level, half of the judges, fully half of the judges, are eligible for senior status, meaning that he could get to appoint them, whereas under Obama, only 27% at this point were eligible for senior status, 14% under Bush 43. So there's a very deliberate and very well orchestrated campaign underway to remake the federal judiciary. These are, as a final reminder, life appointments.
Right, and given that they're young, they outlast Trump, presumably.
They outlast Trump and several of his successors.
Yeah. OK, still ahead, fast-moving diplomatic developments from the Korean Peninsula, and the U.S. is not in the driver's seat. We'll talk about that and the tense situation in Iran. And does Donald Trump fully understand how big a threat the midterms are to his presidency if the Republicans lose? Jonathan Swan of Axios joins us with his new reporting. Plus, we'll talk to one of the reporters who broke this bombshell story on what really sparked the investigation into Russia meddling. Morning Joe, back right now.